Disclaimer. The takes on this podcast may not be backed by facts or statistics. In fact, most of the takes on this podcast are backed by feelings, not facts. Unfortunately, podcast equipment is free to purchase by the public. Please enjoy this podcast at your own discretion. On today's show, Devin and Zane get deep into the Caitlin Clark controversy in the WNBA. Let's get into it.
Okay, good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. Dropping heat like every season. Underdog like Willie Beeman. Classic like Dom singing. Blasting like bombs ringing.
Welcome back. I'm Devin, that's Zane, and this is Buffet Sports.
Anyways, Caitlin Clark's popularity comes from Caitlin Clark's popularity comes from pretty privilege and white privilege, says The View co-host Sunny Hostin. What do you think about Caitlin Clark's pretty privilege and white privilege?
I can't with this. I think it's hilarious. I actually talked to my dad about this. It's a rare dad sighting. We haven't talked about him in a while, but he actually brought this up. We were smoking
like seeing
cigars.
Bigfoot. He comes back every couple years.
We were smoking cigars and drinking cognac today for Memorial Day after eating some bloody red ass steaks.
Eating steaks, smoking cigars, sipping cognac, talking about white privilege and pretty privilege in the WNBA. This has got to be a good segment. Let's go. I want to hear it.
We were talking about this, and I first off, I want everyone to understand the generational sort of run we're watching right now for Caitlin Clark. And
at least in college, she had a generational run.
No. I'm talking about the media. Because what we're witnessing right now, and I don't know if you know this, but what we're witnessing right now is when Michael Jordan made the NBA relevant. Now let me back my claim. So in the 1970s, Jordan was essentially, the NBA was not as popular as anything else. Certainly not as football. It was kind of the way we look at professional lacrosse, where it's there and people know about it, but no one knows anything about it. No one, if you put anyone up other than Paul Rabel, no one would know about it, right? Like you wouldn't be able to tell me anything else about it. That's where the NBA was in the 70s. There was a couple different players that helped that out, obviously, but Jordan was the main driver and made the NBA relevant. What we're watching in the WNBA right now is the same thing. Caitlin Clark has made the WNBA relevant, and everyone's pissed off for the pretty privilege, white privilege that she allegedly has in the media. I'm going to say this, and this is not a dig to Caitlin Clark in any way. She, to me, is not conventionally attractive. So the pretty privilege part of it, there are women. Okay,
let me save you. Let me save you from that. No. I have to say this to save you from being canceled. That everybody was making that joke that she looked like that one rock band guy. All right, do you remember what I'm talking about? There was memes going around. There's this guy. He's like a guitarist for an old rock band. Straight, long black hair. You know, same face. So this is not like the pretty privilege. Everybody was making like that joke that she looked like a dude. All right, I'm just saving you from all of that.
Like, to me, all I'm saying here is there's women in the WNBA like that. If you said this about Cameron Brink, I'd be like, yeah, you're dead on. You're dead on, dog. But
she has pretty privilege, and I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. If you said that about Cameron Brink, I 100% agree. Or Nika, or Nika, 100%. Anyways, the point with this is Caitlin's on a generational run. I saw a video today of Becky Hamilton, I can't remember what her last name is, and Asia Wilson, their coach and star player of the Las Vegas Aces, talking about her and saying that there's no hate and that none of this is bullshit. You guys are so full of it. Everyone in the league hates her. The reason we got charter flights is not because of Caitlin Clark. It's because
bullshit.
The BS, dog. BS. That's the biggest load of All right. That's no way.
I'm going to try and be very sensitive with the way I talk, but did we watch more women's basketball in the last 20 years before Caitlin Clark on the Iowa Hawkeyes basketball team? No, we didn't. Yeah. She, for whatever reason, which I don't totally get it, but for whatever reason, she has become this insane superstar
because she's the female Steph Curry.
Yeah, and then also let's give some props to Angela Reese. I don't think the WNBA or college basketball for women is as big if they don't have a villain like Angela Reese beefing with Caitlin Clark. That LSU versus Iowa game where she like kind of came out as like a villain who's gonna like try and topple Caitlin Clark. I feel like if that never happened, WNBA is kind of still on the same plane. But I think because that drama kind of unfolded.
Basketball. I think WNBA is the same.
But now we're watching the WNBA because both of them are in the league.
Oh, I'm not watching Angel Reese, just to be honest with you. Like, for me, it would have made.
But when
Caitlin
Clark and Angela Reese, when Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese play,
and
when Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark play, that is going to be a must-watch event because of their history.
Sure, yeah, right? I get what
you're
saying. So
both of them together make the WNBA better, and it makes it a must-watch sport.
But the reason we're here is because Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese is just playing her role. Caitlin Clark is the protagonist in this story, and if there was no Caitlin Clark and it was just Angel Reese, she'd just be another player going to the WNBA.
But I would argue if there's no Angel Reese, there's no Caitlin Clark, because you need.
I disagree.
You need a villain because nobody likes a hero who just stomps the ground with everybody. Nobody likes.
No, but that's the thing though, is there would be another villain. If it wasn't Angel Reese, it's that South Carolina team that she ran into this year anyways that was insanely good and that had all of the All-Americans.
It's the same thing as MJ with the Knicks and MJ with Detroit. You know, there's those aggressive players on those teams that would kind of come after him every single time he played.
Centipede. Keep going.
But it's kind of that, and I think we definitely need a Caitlin Clark, and specifically we need an Angel Reese in this league. I saw a post. This is not my words. This is what the post said. It's like we had African-American lesbians running the WNBA for about 10 to 20 years and nothing happened. It's time to let the white girl take over. And that was not me. That is what a post that I saw said. And it is kind of true in that fashion. They need a change up. They need something different because what they've been doing hasn't been working. So I am fine if you guys want to call it pretty privilege or white privilege. Let's just see if she can ball.
How about we call it the best player in the league privilege? How about we call it a generational talent privilege? I don't understand.
Let's see if she can ball, brother.
See, that's my problem with this whole thing. We just went and how many NFL fans are on their knees for Caleb Williams and are defending him and, oh, he paints his nails. Oh, he's a generational talent. But then we have Caitlin Clark, who is literally modernizing and changing and becoming the face of an entire sport and ascending into a place that, whether she has a good WNBA career or not, she has put the sport, herself, and the league on a completely different level. If Caitlin Clark, I don't wish this, if something were to happen tomorrow to her,
government agents,
right, everything in her college career would still stand. I guarantee you most people would still put her in the top 5 of women's basketball. It doesn't, she has ascended, and we're not even at we're 5 games into the WNBA season.
People are already trying to make documentaries, you know?
Right. We just spent the last 6 months sucking off Caleb Williams, calling him a generational talent. And he was the consensus number 1 pick. Caitlin Clark now goes to the league as a generational talent. Everyone's got an issue with it.
I'm not.
Why?
I'm not. I don't know.
That's women hating on women. That's women hating on women. That's the truth.
I wasn't gonna say
that's the truth.
I was gonna let that.
That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. Because even in the NBA, and Bron said it indirectly, but he faced the same thing when he came in the league. His teammates were still dogging on him, and like whether it was his teammates or opponents, they were like, this kid, he's the truth, he's the chosen one, whatever they're talking about. I mean, look at him now. Obviously he backed it up, but like it's just,
well, then it's kind of not women hating on women, because it's the same thing in men's league.
Sure, but it's not a big deal in the NBA, right?
Well, it might. I don't remember when LeBron was first in the league, but it was probably around this same sort of level where you have the media attacking you, other people in the NBA or WNBA.
No, but that's the thing. It's not the media. It's just the WNBA.
It's the media, brother. This is the View co-host, Sonny Hostin.
Well, okay. From the outlets I watch, I don't know about this one. I don't know what this is. What is this? What show is this? The co-host of
The View.
Who knows what the that is?
Shout out The View.
Like, point is,
I think it's just because this generation is so much different than when Bron first came in the league, is that now what we use to discredit players is we use certain sort of trigger words like privilege, like pretty privilege, white.
It has nothing to do with her
privilege.
game. That's my point with this whole thing. None of the points that we're talking about have to do with her game.
Yeah,
everything
true.
that we're talking
100%.
Everything that we're talking about is media driven. None of it is she can't shoot. None of it is she can't play, because they know that's the truth. They know she can.